Hey, what's up? Welcome to DGen Ed. That's degenerative education, meaning none of this is financial advice. Just me having fun looking at charts like the chart behind me, which is of Palantir Technologies, ticker symbol PLTR. So I wanted to do an update on Palantir because it does look like it has dropped into this gap fill region that it has been avoiding since, let's see, going back to the beginning of November when this gap was created following earnings. And so what I see happening with this is that price, needs to come down to this blue line that I have drawn here, right around $15, specifically at $14.96. We can also see, looking at the volume profile, that there's a nice volume shelf right around that level. However, the lower part of that volume shelf is right around 15 bucks. So I do think we will at some point see a tail of a candle pierce that level and fill the gap going down to $14.96 at a maximum. I do think it will go lower than that, but ideally, hopefully, close above that level. And a couple things that do stand out to me that are potentially hopeful is looking at this orange downtrending line based on these peaks over here. It does look like that could serve as at least intermediate support along with this yellow line at $16, with price being slightly above that, closing at $16.58. I do think that we will at least see a test of these levels at 16, but ultimately I do think we will be returning to 15. And really, the sooner that happens, the better, because I've noticed this uptrending white line that's right here based on the, I believe, the low of June 23rd, and the other pivot point is, let's see, the low on November 1st. And so the sooner that we get down to 15, this uptrending white line could potentially continue to serve as support. But if we wait longer to fill that gap, filling it would result in breaking below that white downtrending or uptrending line, and then that would result in it becoming resistance and not support. So I do feel the sooner we get down to 15, the better. But it might take some time with this orange downtrend and yellow horizontal level of support. If we do break below this white uptrending level of support, I do see this purple line here, which is also based on the low of June 23rd, but the pivot point is, let's see, the 18th of August. And so that would mean price would be returning to around $14 a share. So hopefully that doesn't happen, but I do think that we are going to see some downside in the near term. However, though, we could, following meeting this orange and yellow line, we could see a bounce potentially back up to the red line at $17.21, or going up to these white lines at $18 or $20. But ultimately, we do need to fill that gap. And one thing that also stands out to me is when we look at the moving averages, one thing that's pretty bearish that just happened is that the 21-day moving average, which is this kind of salmon-colored line, that crossed below the 50-day moving average, the yellow line, which coincides with this white line at $18. The 50-day moving average currently at $18.03. The 21-day moving average currently at $17.77. So that does seem bearish. Also, looking at the 200-day moving average, the blue line down here, that is at a price of $14.68. So I do expect that to move up a little bit, and I do think it will end up right around 15 bucks, as that is the target in order to fill the gap. And so those are my thoughts on Palantir. If you found them helpful, make sure you like the video, share your thoughts in the comments down below, and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thanks a lot for watching.